Hi, it's me again, Patrick Turner Lee at ptlarts.com. I paint portraits, landscapes. I do prints of those portraits and landscapes, cards, blah, 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 all this sort of merchandise stuff, which is on my shop. Link to the site. And also I've started doing watercolours. So I've got a few watercolours on there as well. So, and also like on my site, there's teaching stuff, etc., etc. So series of videos continuing daily chatting really, in as much as trying to get clear myself. So ptlarts.com, I've got three things, uh, which is inspire, connect, inspire and connect. So I'm going to talk about connect, so relationships today. And the first one's reveal. So it's reveal, inspire, connect. I switched the camera, I don't know where it's like. Reveal, I've talked a bit about. I've had a little couple of sessions on inspire. This time I want to talk about connect. So I'm just going to do a few videos on connect. Then I've covered part of the mindset really, because it's about mindset. This idea of art, a business, selling our art. A lot of the reason that we don't actually get to sell our art or try to sell our art or lose heart at selling our art is down to what's happening inside, isn't it? So it's about addressing, finding out, digging, like with a spade, digging down deep into the ground to find out what it is, what's the root of this misunderstanding, really, because that's what it is, a misunderstanding that we're trying to sort out. So that's what the video is about. There's a whole series of them on YouTube. So, have a look if you like watching me. Don't if you don't, that's fine. Give me a thumbs up if you like me already. Okay, when it comes to our well-being, other people matter. Evidence shows that good relationships with family, friends, and our wider communities are important for our mental well-being. Mental well-being, feeling good about ourselves and the world around us, and functioning well. Building stronger, wider social connections can help us feel happier and more secure and give us a greater sense of purpose. So it's not just not just a generalization. It's becoming well recognized in the World Happiness Report, etc., that people's happiness, actually the most important thing for people is their relationships, their loved ones, their families, their friends. So connecting with others can mean many things. At an elementary level, a basic level, we're all made up of really tiny little balls of energy. Well, big, tiny, depends how you look at it, what size you are when you're looking at it. But we're made up of balls of energy, basically. So consequently, we're all one big ball of energy that if separated or not separated, actually, we're not really separated. It's just that our senses and stuff formulates what we see around us so that we can continue with some sort of order. Maybe some people that's even harder for because they're getting in touch with this fact that we're not really completely separated. So on a basic level, we're connected balls of energy, aren't we? We've all in synergy, we're all reacting, we're all changing constantly with each other. So I want to talk about painting pictures. That's what I do. And as I've said before, this is not something that I've done for the whole of my life. I have not been through an exhaustive education system to back up or validate my opinions. However, I have had a relationship with life and its ups and downs. This has enabled me to experience many things that all translate into a life education. I have a degree in a lack of respect, distorted sense of confidence, delusions of grandeur at times, and many other negative degrees. But I also have some diplomas in endurance, courage, diplomacy, and I'd like to think creativity. The one thing that I'm still endeavoring to piece together is success. That's why I'm talking to you now, because what is success? And I think, you know, for an artist, like part of that success is measured in being able to share your work with others, and also to have people want to pay you money to have that on their walls, and to give them um, you know, some connection. Basically, there we are with the connection. They connect with something, don't they? They connect with somebody, with something, a place, a feeling, an emotion, whatever it is, something that uplifts or affects them in a certain way. So that could be one aspect of success, couldn't it? So, I mean, I'd like to think of that in a holistic well-being. So it is in our relationships that many of us can measure our sustainable fulfillment, I think. So our relationships are like a painting. The process that I use when I make a painting evolves around building a gradual relationship with the subject that I'm working with, and indeed the materials involved in that. So, like when I'm making the painting, personally, what I'll do is I'll get the canvas together, I'll stretch the canvas, I feel the material, I cut the material, I measure it, I make mistakes, I have to cut another bit. I make mistakes all the time, but they aren't mistakes. They're all about this relationship with, eventually, with the painting. So that's how I do it. I thought from a very early on, when I started painting, like sort of 5 years ago, that I wanted to make my own canvases up. Basically because I wanted to know how to do it to start with. But as I did it, I realized that by the time I got to put some paint on the canvas, I had developed a relationship with this ball of energy, which is like a canvas. Still a ball of energy. It doesn't stop being the whole of all phenomena, isn't it? We've got that relationship with it. So it really helps me personally. Of course, you don't have to do that. But I find it very, very useful. I still make up my own canvases. And unless I start to get really, really busy and running around the world doing all sorts of things, chances are we'll carry on doing that, because I do like that part of it. Helps me make this relationship. So also the other part is sometimes, like in a relationship, I hit it off with the subject that I'm making the relationship, and sometimes it takes some time, takes some dialogue over a period of time to grow an understanding, just like a friendship, isn't it? So it takes time to get to know someone, doesn't it? So sometimes I hit it off straight away, bang, wallop, no problem. Other times it can take a really long time to get to understand the subject that I'm painting, no matter what it is. And that's all down to like looking, seeing, use my senses, keeping a distance, getting close. When I say that, I shut the door in my studio, I'll go away. I'll even move on to a different painting and then move back to it. All this sort of stuff is about relationships, isn't it? So it's the same as we make our relationships. Sometimes we just say, right, I'm not having anything more to do with that. But I tend to look at the point of view, if I've got a problem with that relationship, it's a chance for me to grow, because chances are it's something to do with me inside. So I refer to relationships continually when I'm talking, drawing, painting a picture, when I'm doing live painting, or when I'm doing live, which I find a really useful way to move my art practice on, constantly having a dialogue about this relationship that goes on with the paint, with the colours, with the colour harmony. And consequently, there is like a relationship now building up with making a relationship trying to articulate my process to other people, which is kind of moves into the business world. It's the same thing, really. It's like understanding how it works and then being able to make this relationship. So there we are. I'm going to talk about more of it in the next video. Thank you. See you in thumbs up or down, comments, and I'll look at the comments and answer them. Please do have a look. Thanks very much.